remaking Supercars I saw last weekend inside of Driving Empire. But before I do that, make sure to subscribe and drop a like in this video. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, now the first supercar I'm going to be remaking is this Porsche 911 GT3 RS I saw. It was red, and we're going to basically take my blue one in Driving Empire to make it look like it, and we're going to test all the cars today to basically see what the best car I remade was, and stick around till the end because you're gonna see a bonus hypercar that I saw as well. So not only are we remaking 3 supercars, we're adding a hypercar in the mix, which is really cool. But we're gonna start with the Porsche GT3 RS for now, and I don't know exactly what the red was that we saw, to be honest, but it was kind of brighter than this. It might have been a paint to sample red, so you know what? I think it's the brightest red possible. I mean, it's that shade of red. That was the shade. It did have the carbon pack, but we do not have that in Driving Empire, so we'll have to work with what we have here. And then we have to go with the secondary color, and we have to make it match, just like that. That's how the real one was. And then the wheels on the real one, they were not those wheels. They were these wheels right here, and they were also red, which is interesting. And there was yellow calipers on it, so we're gonna get speed yellow calipers, which was the color. So this was basically the spec. It was tinted, so you couldn't really see the interior color. But I'm assuming, my guess would be it was just black interior, so something like that. And maybe this was speed yellow as well, probably. I think that's what it looks like. So this was basically the Porsche GT3 RS I saw. And just for extra details, I'm gonna make sure to add the Florida license plate to it. Perfect. So this should be it. Let's go take it outside right now. We're gonna take a little look at it. I think we got it accurate. Yo, we got it accurate. Now, what do you think of this spec? It's definitely an interesting one. It definitely, you know, you either love it or hate it. I think it's kind of cool. It reminds me of Lightning McQueen. But like I said, we're going to be testing every car that we remake today, and how we're going to test them is on the rush hour race. The goal is to get the best time out of all the cars, so we're going to basically note every time that each car gets. So we'll start with the GT3 RS right now. Okay, and we're off in the GT3 RS. Let's see how this thing feels. I'm expecting it to feel pretty good. Oh yeah, GT3 RS is feeling pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're going against the Jesco. I don't know though, will the GT3 RS be better than the Jesco? It seems like it is doing better so far. Jesco's gonna catch us here probably, or not. Wow, how are we actually doing so good? What the heck? Why is the GT3 RS low-key cooking? Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Why did that bench stop us? Dude, the bench should be destructible. What the heck? That's so annoying. The bench screwed up the GT3 RS, bro. Okay, anyways, it's okay. We're still locked in this race. We're still doing pretty good. Okay, let's use our GT3 RS skills. Come on. With the wing on it, too. We got the GT3 RS with a wing on it, bro. Everyone loves to say that. So, here we go. Coming up to the finish line. Our time to beat is 50 seconds, okay? 50 seconds on the dot. Like 50.176, something like that. So, pretty close to 50 on the dot. We gotta lock in our next car to beat that. Okay, our next car is a McLaren. It looks like the 720S Coupe. I think that's the one it was. It looks like they had a custom front splitter on it, but we don't have that in game, so we'll have to just work with how it looks right now, I guess. But that's fine. So they had no carbon and no gradients, so we'll start with that. We already have the paint color on, actually. This was the white it was. And we have to go stock options, trim. I think they had this performance trim on it, but no carbon. It looks like, or wait, maybe, did they have a carbon pack? I don't know. What does a carbon pack do? Okay, they did have the carbon pack. Okay, I just looked at it. They did have the carbon pack. They did not have that carbon, and the roof was stock. And the spoiler, I think it was a custom carbon spoiler. The doors were up and you couldn't see, but I think they had a custom carbon spoiler. And let's see, what else did they have? They had some aftermarket wheels almost, it looks like. Wait a minute, never mind, I lied. These are the wheels that they had. They were not aftermarket. So we're gonna make them black. They had these 720 wheels, and the calipers on it were McLaren orange, it looked like. I'm not gonna lie, it could either be Papaya Spark or McLaren orange. I can't really tell, but we'll just say it was McLaren orange. And the interior, I know they had accents on McLaren orange, so it should look like this. This is basically their car. I think the paint might have been a bit different. It might have been that white. It was more of a flat white. So that should be the 720, just like that. And license plate should be Florida. So let's get that plate installed. Perfect. All right, leaving here now. We should be able to see. I literally recreated the shot. We got the car down pretty accurate. We got the same wheels, same calipers, same color. interior matching, and I think it had a custom spoiler on it that you couldn't see, so we got that and the Florida plate. So it all looks pretty accurate. We can go ahead and do a race now. The time to beat, remember, was 50 seconds. Yo, look at this. We're in the race loading, and it's like glitching kind of with the other invisible car, but what do y'all think of the 720 with a Jesco spoiler? Is it kind of cool? I can't lie. That kind of looks sick. A 720 with a Jesco spoiler. I dig it. That's sick. Let's go ahead and now lock in on the race. Can we do better than 50 seconds? I think we can, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, never mind. We're doing a bit slower off the start, I can feel. The Porsche, I think it was a little bit faster maybe off the start. Well, we're gonna drift there. Okay, that drift will lose us some time, but it's okay because we did lose time in the Porsche at the end of this jump. Okay, whoa. We're losing some time here, it looks like, at the end of the jump as well. So 720 seems to be a bit, maybe a bit worse with the handling, which is expected. The GT3 RS was a track car. But yikes. Oh, that's not too good. That turn was kind of rough there, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, I don't think the 720 is gonna beat the Porsche. The GT3 RS was just more, overall better for this race, I guess that's the best way to say it. So yeah, no. 52 seconds, not a bad time necessarily, just not as good as the GT3 RS. Luckily, McLaren has a chance to redeem itself. We got another McLaren up next. Okay, next up, we got a famous YouTuber's car, Tavarish, with his McLaren 675 LT. So, we actually already have all the carbon options that he has on his. He did all the crazy carbon stuff on his. It looks great in person, but he does have this crazy blue color. I have to try to find a blue like it. There's not exactly one just like it, so we might have to make a custom one. I would say it's somewhere like, not there, it's like brighter than there, but not as bright as some of the other blues. Maybe like, that is about accurate. Maybe a bit, I don't know, a bit like that. That's more accurate, okay? And the wheels, okay, he had these multi-spoke ones. I don't think they have them in game, do they? We might have to find some similar. These might be the closest to his set of wheels. I think they are. So we'll go with these. 200, 200, 200. Those might be too bright a little bit. Maybe 175, 175, 175. That looks like his. And then he had the yellow pinstriping, which I can't really do. So he also had the yellow calipers. We can do those. Actually, it was more gold than yellow. So let's see if there's a gold color we could do. Calipers, gold. Maybe like Aztec gold should work. Then the interior was brown. So let's see. Vintage tan. That's pretty close to it. The whole interior I think was vintage tan. There might have been some black accent actually. I think that, yeah, it might have been like this. Just like that. I think that's the spec. We got that down pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That's quite accurate. Let me take it outside. Let's get from the angle. Obviously we don't have the yellow pinstriping. It's not possible. Oh, he didn't have the louvers though. Let's remove these louvers. Did he have the carbon spoiler? Oh wait, I actually am looking now. He didn't have the carbon spoiler either. Okay, you know what? I was wrong. I thought he did. So no carbon spoiler and no fender vents. Okay, so that was his 675 LT. Just like this. More accurate. That looks closer to it. Okay, let's go hop onto a race now. Okay, here we go on the race now. And yes, I added the Florida plate on. I know I forgot, but we got it now. So that's all that matters. Oh, that was a good corner right there. Solid. We cut off a little bit of time there. Let's see if we can do the same thing here. Come on, corner. Good, good, good. Solid. Oh, the Jesco flies by. The GT3 RS actually could compete there. So maybe the GT3 RS is better than the McLarens. Oh, we had a good jump there. Landed solid. Boom. Ahead of the Jesco by 1.7 seconds. Very nice. There we go. The Jesco is catching up. I can see it creeping behind me. Okay. But it's fine. We're doing good still. We're going solid. Okay. We don't hit the wall there. That's good. This might be our best time yet. Remember, we have to beat, I think it's 50 seconds. And we got a time of 49.1 seconds. So a whole second faster than we got in the GT3 RS. The 675 LT did not disappoint. And neither did my driving. Overall, we did great that race. But Porsche is coming back with the hypercar. Like I said, you know, we would get to a hypercar later in the video, and that's the time now. Let's see what our Porsche hypercar is we're remaking. We got a Porsche 918 from the show, and I'm going to be remaking it right now, so this is going to be crazy. I told you all, Porsche would have a chance to redeem itself. So, all the 918s come with the green calipers and green stitching, so that's not changing. But what is changing is the paint color. I don't know what the gray was it had, but it was like very metallic-y. It was like a really cool metallic gray. It might have been that one, I'm not gonna lie. And the wheels were not like stock. These are the stock 918 wheels. They were some different type of Porsche wheel I didn't know existed. Kind of like that. That might be like not exactly the wheel. Actually, these are the wheels. Perfect. Okay, 175, 175, 175. That color code should work. Perfect. There we go. We've made the wheels. And the interior, you can't really tell in the photo that I have, but it was a strange interior color. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It was like that shade of red. So that red with the green, I know it's a weird combo, but that was the interior. This shade of deep red with green piping, but that's the 918 spec, dude. Kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. The spec is quite bold. Green with red interior. I don't know what to think of it, but it's interesting. I like the silver metallic. But we're now ready to start. So let's see. Does Porsche make a comeback over the McLaren? Now the McLarens are quick, don't get me wrong, but the 918 should be quicker. 49 seconds is the time to beat. Let's do it in the 918 right now. I think we should have this one in the bag. I don't want to get too confident too soon, but I mean, this car does have the advantage. Like, I've had 3 warm-up laps basically in other cars, and this car should perform the best out of all the others. This is literal hypercar. So I'm expecting the most from the 918, so it should do pretty good. And like I'm expecting, you know, so far we're doing good. I like that from it. Perfect. Yes, good corner there. Okay, I like how fast we're going. I want to try to go for 47 seconds is my goal right now. Can we do better than 47 seconds? Let's see. Oh, it looks like we can. Can we do better than 45 seconds? I think we did. Come on, determine it. Oh wait, no, I did determine it up there. 44 seconds. Dang, we did 4 seconds better, bro. That's crazy. 44 seconds. That's great. So clearly, we know the clear winner is the Porsche 918 here. Obviously, it did the best. And the Porsche, you know, the GT3 RS also did really good. But that one McLaren 675 LT, man, that was pretty quick. But overall, I think we recreated some really sick cars today. Comment down below which one was your favorite. But I do think that's going to be everything for today's video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Check the video on screen here. YouTube, thanks a like it. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.